Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. My question is this. It's just a conversation. Did Andy Ruiz go crazy? Because it's believed that he is running around the streets biting people after watching Ngannou knock Tyson Fury down. And I am sure Andy Ruiz is not the only fighter who may have been approached to take a fight with Tyson Fury and turned it down and watch what happened this weekend and are freaking out and going crazy and probably running up and down the road biting people. Now, I'm going to tell you this, right? For those of you out there who are saying Andy Ruiz and other fighters, they should have turned the Tyson Fury fight down, because for Tyson Fury to offer them a flat fee of $3 million, $4 million, $5 million, right? That they should have never taken that when Tyson Fury is going to make 40, 50, 60 million. Now, I'm going to say this, right? I kind of understand. I understand what the whole thing about when you look at, but I learned this crap in the military, man. But when you look at what's going on with this guy, Tyson Fury, and you see the amount of money this man's making, and you know that he can give you a little more money than the purse split. Than a flat fee. And you know maybe you should take maybe you deserve maybe a 70-30 or something. But the reality is this, right? For Alexander Usyk, I think Usyk definitely should have held his ground. Having, 3 belts and everything he's done as a cruiserweight, as a heavyweight, I think Usyk definitely was getting, excuse me, I got a cold, sorry, was getting the raw end of the deal. But for a guy like Andy Ruiz, who came out there asking for 15, 20 million, stupid. He should have took the 4 or 5 million that Fury was going to give him. It's just like with Wilder, but this video is not about Wilder. Because I really do believe Andy Ruiz would have beat Tyson Fury. Now, some people are saying, well, the version of Tyson Fury that showed up in the ring for Ngannou is not the version that would have showed up against Andy Ruiz. Well, my thing is, how do you know that? And I think that's a fair question. How do we know the version of Tyson Fury that would have showed up? I'm going to tell you, in my opinion, that version of Tyson Fury that fought Ngannou, I think that would have been the same version in there for Andy Ruiz. Because Tyson Fury really believes, or he bought into his own hype, just like Anthony Joshua, thinking they couldn't be hurt, can't be defeated. And I have no doubt he would have entered that fight against Andy Ruiz with that exact same mentality. And he would have, because the way Tyson Fury was fighting, that's how he normally fights. When he was with Deontay Wilder, like he had a little more respect for what Wilder brings to the table. But that's kind of his style. The left hand down at the waist, throwing kind of an up jab. Then he'll throw it to blind you, come to right hand. He fights dirty as hell too, so sometimes he'll be, instead of hitting you with that jab, he's hitting you with this part of his palm. And he's like hitting you like that. So he does some dirty stuff. But I just think it didn't matter who he got in the ring with. After so much inactivity, the partying, the drinking, look, it just takes a toll on you. And then you get in training camp and you're focusing more on trying to cut fat and get yourself to a manageable weight. That all of a sudden now, the skills training piece gets put on the back burner. And you end up in a situation kind of like what's been rumored about Earl Spence in training camp. Too much weight, having to cut down. The focus was primarily on the weight cut and not the skills training. But nonetheless, for Tyson Fury and him going forward, he's going to have to figure some things out, because he can't afford to get in the ring with Usyk and not be able to bubble up his punch output. Tyson Fury's punch output was as low as his punch output for Vladimir Klitschko. Word on the street is the Vladimir Klitschko Tyson Fury fight had the lowest punch output in heavyweight history. Now, I could be wrong, but I think I'm pretty correct with what I'm telling you. And they said that his punch output, for Tyson Fury's punch output, was very similar to his punch output for the Vladimir Klitschko fight. And then when you look at when he fought out of Wallen, you look at Deontay Wilder, you look at Chisora and Dillian White, his punch output was a lot higher. So again, Tyson Fury may have been trying to conserve his energy as well, because he wasn't in the best shape possible. But when you look at Andy Ruiz, who seems to be in great shape, and when you look at Andy Ruiz and his training videos, Andy Ruiz looks like he is definitely just ready for the right opportunity. But I don't care what anyone says. It's like, are there any boxers out here with a little Devin Haney in them? It doesn't matter if you feel that Devin Haney knew he could easily beat Kambosos. Doesn't matter. The bottom line is, he gambled on himself. Going to Australia, and especially when Kambosos looked against Teofimo. I mean, I felt like Devin Haney was in a lose-lose. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to go over there, fight's probably going to be close. He's not knocking him out. He's going to get robbed. But he went over there and got the win. Twice. And look at the position he's in now. And had Andy Ruiz just said, you know what? Because this is the thing, and I'm going to keep saying it. Right? A boxer who does not fight does not get paid. A boxer who fights and wins gets paid. A boxer who fights and loses gets paid. But a boxer who does not fight does not get paid. So now you got Andy Ruiz in this, long stretch of inactivity. It's all self-inflicted, not making any money. It's stupid. Had Andy Ruiz fought Tyson Fury already, he'd probably already be in line to look for another fight, especially if he won that. So he would have had 2 paydays already, which would have probably totaled, especially when the first fight, and then the second fight, they probably would have totaled more than the $15 million, $20 million he was asking for. So sometimes you got to gamble on yourself, just like Haney did going over to Australia twice, and Ngannou did by leaving the UFC, which the UFC is ridiculous, man. All that money they're making over there, and they don't even want to pay these guys $10, $20 million paydays, knowing they can do it. That's ridiculous, man. There's no billionaire promoters in boxing, but Dana White's a billionaire. Bob Arum, let me tell you, if the boxing pay structure was similar to the UFC's, I'm talking about if it has always been that way, Don King would be a trillionaire. I'm sure Don King, Bob Arum, all them guys would be trillionaires, or very, very, very comfortable billionaires. But it's just not like that. But that being said, we'll see going forward, what happens to Tyson Fury now, because let me tell you something, and I'm being serious as a heart attack. Maybe Tyson Fury's been exposed. Some people are saying, I think a guy named was Cunningham. He was knocked down by a cruiserweight. Tyson Fury's never had a good chin. Tyson Fury's a tomato can. Oh, Tyson Fury never should have been a top 10 heavyweight. Look, man, let's not come and take it to the stupid now. Yeah, his chin's probably always been a little bit questionable, But, he fought Deontay Wilder and stood up to those shots. So don't come out here acting like Tyson Fury's chin is just, made out of glass. His name is Tyson Fury, not Tyson Khan. Okay? So we got a mere Fury. Y'all got to stop this crap, man. Tyson Fury's got a chin, but he got hit up on top of the head, and his legs obviously weren't underneath him. He went over, got up, he fell down a few times in the ring. And don't get me wrong, Ngannou's strong, but Tyson Fury just didn't look in shape. And I'm gonna tell you that from experience of getting in the ring to spar and people getting in the ring to spar with me when they weren't, in the best shape possible, and they ended up, not doing so well. And for me to get in the ring to spar someone who was in much better shape than me, thinking it was just for us to do some work, and it turned into, a fight for freedom. And I'm being honest with you. And after like 3 rounds, I was like, yeah, I know I shouldn't come out anymore, because that's not what it was supposed to be. It's somebody who's ready for the goddamn championship fight. And I'm the guy who just came off the corner store eating chicken fried rice and wings. So, and that's what Tyson Fury looked like. So we're gonna have to see what happens going forward with old Tyson Fury. But I think anybody who gets in the ring with him, I think Deontay Wilder messed Tyson Fury up. In addition to that, I think Tyson Fury, maybe he didn't have his little strength and conditioning coach, his little pharmaceutical genius helping him, and then a whole lot of underestimating Ngannou. But one thing I'll tell you is, you see that Deontay Wilder can't handle getting hit back here. You hit Deontay Wilder back here, right behind the ear, or up on top here, the temple area. Deontay Wilder, if you hit Deontay Wilder up here, he can't handle that. You hit Deontay Wilder behind the ear, he can't handle that. Tyson Fury did something to him. Right? He did something to him. Wilder can't take those shots. Same thing, Wilder did something to Fury. If you catch Fury up here somewhere, you catch Fury up here, Fury can't handle that. He can't handle it. And that's why he went down. He can't handle it. So they both took something out of each other. Something was left. And that first fight and that third fight, I would say really the third fight, that Fury Wilder, that third fight, they both left something in that ring. They both took a pound of flesh out of each other. Just like Fury, Ward, and Arturo Gatti. They both took a pound of flesh out of each other. And it's scary, because now you're going to get Fury and potentially Wilder in a fight with someone who may not hit as hard, who may not have the skill set, or, the manipulated gloves, you get in the ring with them now, and they touch you in that spot, and all of a sudden, you lose control of your body. Hell, they could lose control of their bodily functions. Somebody may crap all over the goddamn ring like that MMA guy did. But what I'm getting at is, I think Wilder and Fury both may be ripe for the pickings if they fight somebody who has a reach comparable to theirs and with above average power. And if they can land for Deontay Wilder right here in the temple area behind the ear, Tyson Fury is more here on top of the head. If they can land those spots on those fighters, those guys are going down. And I'm going to tell you right now, the way Andy Ruiz gets inside and he throws those short chopping shots, Andy Ruiz had a good chance to land right there on that spot on Tyson Fury and stop him. Because if Andy Ruiz would have got him hurt, Andy Ruiz would have been on him. Andy Ruiz don't get tired. Y'all sit there and look at Andy Ruiz and they call him fat and everything else. Andy Ruiz does not get tired. Andy Ruiz come in there to fight. With that being said, man, I think Andy Ruiz is going crazy right now. Just like everybody else who had an opportunity to fight Fury. Usyk too, and decide, there was so much back and forth with Fury and Usyk, and Fury ducking Usyk, and say Usyk ducking Fury. Now everybody's saying Tyson Fury ducking Usyk. I don't know if anyone's putting duck sauce on the fried rice. I think they both just want big money. But right now going forward, I think Tyson Fury does not want to get humiliated. And I'll tell you right now, I think Tyson Fury against Usyk, I think Usyk loses. Because the Tyson Fury that's going to show up in that fight is going to be a Tyson Fury that can beat Wilder, that can beat Ruiz, that can beat AJ, that can beat Usyk, that can beat anybody. You know why, right? You know why. You watch. For those of you who are saying Tyson Fury, his career is over, I do believe Wilder took a pound of flesh out of him. But you watch how he comes back in his next fight. You watch. And I'm telling you, your mind's gonna be blown. Something went awry in this Ngannou fight. And Ngannou had something to do with it. But I'm just telling you, you don't go, right? You don't go from running around being a silverback gorilla to now coming out here being a ring-tailed chimpanzee. Like, it just doesn't happen. You don't go from being a lion to coming around here being a lap kitty cat. It just doesn't work. You go from roaring to meowing. You know what I mean? You go from being a Clydesdale to some little burro running around there in Guadalajara. Get out of here, man. I'm telling you something went wrong with old Tyson Fury. And I think I can solve the case. And I think it has a lot more to do with Deontay Wilder putting the juju on him. I think it has a lot to do with the type of fuel you put in your vehicle. And maybe that vehicle didn't have the fuel that it had in it when it was driving through Deontay Wilder country. And now it came out here to drive through old Ngannou's country, and they decided to put a different type of fuel in it or not put any fuel in it at all. Maybe they decided to just go and maybe they took a whole different vehicle. Maybe it was an electric vehicle and was running on fumes. We don't know, right? But we're going to find out. You watching this rematch. Oh, you watching this fight with Usyk. It should come off. You watch. And that Tyson Fury that fought Wilder in that second and third fight. You watch what Tyson Fury shows up for Usyk. That's all I'm saying. And we're going to come back to what I'm saying right now in this video about Andy Ruiz going crazy. Exactly what I'm saying right now at 18 minutes and 7 seconds. Tyson Fury that's going to show up for Usyk will destroy Usyk. Probably knock him out cold. And a headshot. We know Usyk don't have nothing down there to the body. You know, Usyk got irritable bowel syndrome. You know what I mean? Usyk is just a walking, you know, they have like catastrophe. He's a gas-tastrophe. You know what I'm saying? You hit Usyk for real in the midsection. Usyk goes crazy. He falls apart. You got to check his pulse so you get anywhere near his midsection. But I think Tyson Fury gonna knock him out with a headshot. And everybody's gonna be out here freaking out, not understanding how it happened. But I'm telling you it's gonna happen. I've got the crystal ball. Tyson Fury is gonna make sure he has the right fuel in his vehicle. So when he goes cruising through Usyk country, he's gonna make sure that he gets through there with no problems. Y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. Andy Ruiz, I'm sure that man's going crazy. Probably running up and down the road biting people, saying shit. I should have just took the fight. I would have got the belts. The belts. Because Fury's not about no rematches, right? Now you would have had Andy Ruiz fighting Usyk, which I think Ruiz would have a great chance to beat Usyk. But it is what it is, right? Y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.